That's right. I am back with another episode of Me and My Big Mouth Podcast live. So what we're gonna do is give it time for people to come in and see what we gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about the double standard scale. The new episode that's on my YouTube channel, which I can't get y'all niggas to just go subscribe to the channel, but you want to argue with me and send me messages to talk about it. But yeah, the double standard scale. Go ahead and send me that comment first to make sure everything is rocking and rolling. And if you can hear me out there in the world, please let me know. I think it should be good though. And we're gonna have some guests, I think, on this one. Hopefully, Brody Bud gonna, the fan favorite, Brody Bud up in the building. Oh yeah, we in the building. So the double standard scale. What we want to talk about is you hypocrites that say one thing for one person, but when it comes to another, it looked at differently. Does not make sense. For instance, we're going through the recap of the episode, so make sure after you watch this, if you ain't seen the episode, it's on YouTube. Me and my big mouth podcast. That way you can go and you can actually see the whole show for what it is. But one of the first things I said was, Brr. Well, no, I said why people men that are 25 living at home with their parents and women at 25 living at home with their parents looked at differently. And nobody could really give me an answer, but but without being saying looking hypocritical. Nobody. So I'm asking y'all, if you're watching, go ahead and put a comment and tell me, why is it that a man living at home at 25 and a woman living at home at 25 is viewed differently? I would like to know. I would like to know. If we're talking about equality and all this fairness and all this good ish for everybody, then I definitely want to know why. Tell me why. Eh. Tell me why. Or is it that men got less double standards than women? We only got one that we still trying to hold on to. That y'all really want. We only have one. And I would think if I'm a woman and I got 1,000 double standards and you only have one, I shouldn't complain as much, right? I would think you wouldn't complain as much, right? Let me know. And if y'all can hear me in the comments section, I mean, let me give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. So I want to make sure y'all can hear me clearly while I'm just talking off. Anybody can just hit the thumbs up to let me know you're in the building. Because it usually is stalling. Okay, we good. Oh yeah, there we go. So we in the building. So yeah, why is it that since we have people watching, why is it that when somebody a man 25 versus a woman 25, why is the man looked at as the loser or the bum or he need to get his shit together? Why? And if anybody want to come in, please let me know. We'll bring you on in. Make this thing even extra. Because ain't nobody gonna be able to tell me. It's impossible unless you're honest. Unless you're honest. Next time we got to figure out how to I got a video clip that I wanted to use today, but I'll figure it out to where we could put it up there and show the people. You know what I'm saying? Tell me if nobody can tell me. And we talked about how women and men jealousy is looked at differently. Like a woman, we have adopted a woman going through our phone as the norm. Shit, I don't even know a woman that hasn't checked the nigga phone. Why is that the norm for women? But if a man do it, he'll suck. Tell me, I'm calling to try to get him. I'm going live to get information. Hey, go and send Brody Bud the thing. Tell me why. I'm confused. I'm confused on why. Tell me. Just give me. I want to know why. Huh? I told you all you have to do is click it, and you sign out of that and click the picture right there. You couldn't because I did that and it kept going back to one. It won't do it because both of them are linked. But Brody Bud I think he about to come in the building. I need to look at StreamYard too because I can't tell what I'm looking like right now. Oh, you never copied it? That ain't how you do that. Oh yeah, I'm up in this joint. I can see myself down. It's kind of difficult when you're doing like this because I actually can't see myself. But fuck it, let's go with it. You sent it to him already? All right, we back. We back on. I can't get no answers for that. Let me see what else I took down as notes. Trying to start out real chill. Like, like I tell you, like what's happening is these messages are not getting through because I see it. I tell you, like what's happening is these messages are not getting. You see the comments? Go get to learn. Live viewers comments have shown up. It says some destinations won't get the comments. Like I'm getting them here, but I ain't getting them up there. Okay, yeah, yeah, you're right. All right, huh? Okay, I was just making sure because it looked like that, but all right. So what I said was what 25-year-old guy and Michaela, if you're in the building, you come on in. Just let me know if you're ready or not. And jealousy. Why is jealousy looked at differently when it comes to a man being jealous? Because men, no, every you don't mind a man being jealous. What about if it's extremely jealous? But only one looks like the villain. Well, No, I'm talking about nowadays. Like back then, no, women are expected to go out there and get it on their own now. You need your mic on, cuz. You need your mic on. So, because men are looked at as providers, we are. That's why we're deemed losers or bum when we still stay at home with the mother. All right, highlight that so I can go ahead. I had that happen to me. Too motherfucking jealous and insecure for me. See, some people say it's too jealous or insecure for you, but like you see that, like, but when women go jealous and they just chalk it up as women, like as if all women are like that. All women are jealous. Like that's cool to be jealous. Like even when a nigga act jealous towards another nigga, that what they say, you acting bitch like. See, a guy being jealous of another guy is weird, but if a woman being jealous of a woman is normal. You don't see the double standard, do you? It's clearly a double standard. What are you doing? Bye. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-uh. But like, if a man is jealous, damn, I didn't even think about that one. A man being jealous of another man, everybody look at him as being a bitch ass nigga or lame, or you acting bitch like bitch made. But when a woman being jealous is almost like a thing. You think women are more competing with each other more than men compete with each other? That's interesting. She was saying that more women are more competitive with each other than men are, which don't sound right. We are simple, but competitive because I think I might concede to that because I seen women just send cheek to lick. I seen women just actually like I actually seen women, like they will complain about stuff that men that they can see or what a woman's doing, and when they tell it, you really can't see the shit they talking about. You know what I'm saying? So the jealousy might be real. Let's see. Being pull it up, man. Being jealous shows lack of confidence, so that shows weakness and shows insecurity, which isn't fair. Being jealousy shows a lack of confidence, so that shows weakness and shows his insecurity, which isn't fair. Let me see if. Hmm? So you're saying life's not fair. Being jealous. Being jealous is in everybody's nature, though. Everybody's nature. Being jealous is in everybody's nature. Like I don't know nobody ain't been jealous, but it is a lack of confidence and insecurity. But only thing that's worse than being jealous, like when you see somebody that got more than somebody else and still jealous of them. Now that's a different level right there. I've seen people with more than a person has, but still jealous of what that person got. Rather how small it is, they still feel some type of way that they got it. No, they got it. Like in a contract, I seen somebody that say they got 70% and their partner got 30. they still felt like their partner's getting too much. That's a different. That's a is that that's just hating, but it's all jealousy hating. So like say for instance, if somebody flirt with your man and you come over and let it be known that this is my man, is that jealousy? Let me ask y'all, if somebody's flirting with your man and you come over and make your presence felt, is that a sign of jealousy? Ah, that's why you need your mic on because it's like I'm talking. You need to cut it off. No, because I mean I like the conversation, but they don't hear what the hell you saying. Somebody said, "Hell no, hell no." That's ain't that jealous? She said, "Hell no." But think about it. If like you saying, bring up the next to last one, right? So she's saying being jealous shows a lack of confidence. So that shows a weakness, shows his insecurity. That's just not just say his or hers. All right. Okay. If you're secure in your man, right? You're secure in your man and you're secure in you. Why do you have to go and make your presence felt? No, no. What if you're sure in him? You just said not to make sure she's known that she don't have a chance. If you're sure in him and you're sure in yourself, that might be another form of jealousy. Is that it's because like yo, all jealousy might not be the same. All right. You can take two different. You can take two different. One person will take it as jealousy, and the other will see that person financially or material decision as motivation. It all depends on the mindset. Am I fucking that up? They did. Okay. You got to do that. I'm just letting her know I'm here. He's mine. First thing she gonna ask is where your lady. Bring him on in now, cause I need Porky to answer that. Cause y'all can try to say this all you want to, but that shit kind of jealous on enough. What up?
What's good? Can you hear me pretty good?
I can hear you clearly, loud and clear.
Good. I don't have my earbuds, so I'm trying to make sure I come across clear.
Can you hear me clear?
Yeah, I can. I might have to hold the phone to my ear a little bit, but I'm good though.
All right, check it out, boy. Because it was breaking down like men and women jealousy and why women jealousy is looked at differently than men. But then that topic took on a whole nother life. Cause like, let me ask you something. If a woman is secure in her man
Yeah.
and secure in herself, because I'm gonna read the comment was being bringing je- bringing je- being jealous shows a lack of confidence as the show that shows weakness and shows insecurity, right? Some jealousy is insecurity. So say if you're the woman, you know how women come over and make their presence felt when they see a lady flirting with their man. Is that jealousy?
Oh man, that's a good question. Shit. If my wife was to come over, if she see a woman flirting with her man,
Yeah, yeah.
I think it could be jealousy, but it could be a number of other things too. Me. I don't like to generalize, but that's an individual thing. But I can see how a woman that is jealous would kind of intervene, and I can see how a woman that's secure and trust her man can sit back with a smile on her face and just wait for him to handle it. Because
No,
if
no, no,
he there,
no, no.
if she there and watching, like nigga, what you gonna do?
So no, it ain't about. No, we're talking about the when it actually is a intervening. At any point, is it not jealousy? Because some of them saying, no, I'm just letting it be known. Ain't that still jealousy?
My quick answer is no.
No, no. Look. If I'm secure, if your wife is secure in you,
Yeah.
and she's secure in herself, she wouldn't have to go mark her territory.
Hey, hey, the woman might be going to mark her territory because she know who she with.
See, so that breaks it because that's still insecurity right there. See, I'm giving it notion that you're both secure. You're secure in you, and I'm secure in me. If I go
Well,
over there,
no, no. Well, if you put it like that, you lay it out
that's what
like that.
I'm saying.
I would say no. If she's secure and he's secure, and she sees somebody firm with her husband, I mean, if she sit back, I mean, that's I can see a woman sitting back because she good.
So you kind of with me on that. It's a form of jealousy. It should it be looked upon as a negative thing though.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna say no. My quick
I'm
answer
gonna say no.
because I like when I watch certain shows, I watch TV shows and shit a lot, and I see couples walking and they'll have a conversation and the conversation won't go left, but it'll be in that lane where like, she was making eyes at you, and then the brother will go, oh, you're jealous, and he'll smile and she'll smile. That ain't how that shit work for me. You know what I
Right.
mean? So uh yeah, I can't say it's a bad thing, but again, I think it's the individual, you know what I'm saying? Because some people look at jealousy as, God damn, my girl jealous. That's what's up. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? They
some
look at it
people
like a plus.
see like this like that's what I was saying. Like, cause she's saying a jealous woman will make it a problem. A secure woman is just making it a presence. No, a secure woman will be secure in her man and knowing that that woman ain't got a chance in hell.
But see, I don't think you should dismiss that though, because like again, people different, and there is a woman
I
that's
just,
not
but
that can go
I
ahead.
don't think I call it harmless jealousy. Like I'm not demonizing you for that reaction, but it ain't secure.
What? But look, if you was to look up the word jealousy, bro, do you think it would apply to that situation if a woman
Go to Google
is
and do.
secure?
Let me read that. Let me read jealousy. I'm about to go and
Yeah,
look
read it. Like yeah, if a woman is secure and she says she's secure, and I'm just making my presence known, like it could be like some territorial shit. Like, hey, he belong to me and I belong to him. Don't fuck with him, niggas in the room don't fuck with me. You know,
it's a feelings or showing envy or some of their of some of their achievements, advantages, and he grew jealous of her success. That's one example. Give me the definition. Okay. Okay, feeling of showing suspiciousness. This is even a form of jealousy of someone unfaithfulness in a relationship.
right? And that's what I'm saying.
Oh
Like,
no, no, fiercely protective of one's right or possessions. That is jealousy, nigga. I
hey,
got
by the
I
definition, I can't fight you. I can't fight you
that's
on.
yo, you jealous than a motherfucker.
I can't fight you on that. All I ask is though. All I ask is what if the person is not feeling that way, but they do want to make their presence known, and they do know the man that they with. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe he got a weakness, and she's trying to help him out. The motive is everything to me, but in the context of what you're saying, I can see that in a lot of cases, but I don't think you should dismiss what the lady put in the comments because she might not be jealous. She just may be like, hey, he with me. Goddamn, we done been here before, fall back. And he needed that.
It's still jealousy. It's I just don't I'm not demonizing that type of jealousy. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you wrong for doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like for instance, what I was doing with the double standard was I brought up the fact that we normalize a lot of women jealousies and we crucify men for being jealous.
Right.
Meaning like I don't know too many women that haven't went through their man or their ex phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if a man was to do that, oh, you bitch made. Nigga, you a sucker. You went through the chick phone. What the fuck wrong with you?
So if he went through the phone and he was suspicious, it's jealousy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I ain't rocking with you on that,
I
dog.
just read
No, hell no. That shit wrong then.
it. The definition wrong, nigga.
It got to be, man, because if your wife is showing suspicious behavior, you know what I'm saying? Like you trying to protect your asset. Like, I got a relationship with you. What's going on? If I inspect, that doesn't say I'm jealous. How the hell
If
could
you
that be?
if you expect, then you will have a conversation. But if you was to sneak and do some devious shit by going to her phone, that's jealous behavior.
Maybe in your eyes, I don't see that shit like that. What's the other
Mine's in
side?
Webster. Mine's in Webster. All right, it's about respect. Not saying anything can't make you significant other. Not saying it make your significant other or the people flirting thinking it's okay moving forward. So it's pretty much like she's saying it's about respect. Not saying anything can make your significant other or people flirting thinking it's okay to move forward. So she putting much like I'm just letting it known that you might need to pump your brakes. He taking. I ain't even tripping. I just don't want you to go where you shouldn't go. Is that so? Is that more of a um providing an understanding why you might need to stop flirting?
It makes sense to me.
I would like to give you an olive branch, but that ain't what the motherfucking definition say. I would definitely like to help you out, but that ain't what the
but
definition say.
but jealousy isn't a bad thing, and that's not what you're saying, right?
No, I'm not. No, I think we look at it as a bad thing
Yeah.
too many times too often.
I don't think in some cases jealousy is a bad thing. And even though I don't really rock with the book no more, even inside the book, it says God was a jealous God. You know what I'm saying? I think just like anything else, like a gun, it can be good or bad. Jealousy can be good, but it can be bad too. Jealousy has driven motherfuckers to commit murder and suicide. But jealousy has also brought relationships
Sit in this
closer.
stuff. Hey, Porky,
Yo,
I got a question for you because this was on a podcast. This is gonna get a little weird, right? Damn, I
yo.
wish you had your earpods in, but you can hear me clearly.
Oh no, I hear you good.
All right. Is the soil greater than the seed?
Is the soil greater than the seed?
Right.
I would say they have equal value.
Thank you, sir. I do too. So why is it when a woman goes to have an abortion, this is the double standard. The they are allowed to have an abortion by themselves and make that decision. When the decision is about my seed.
Yeah, yeah, we've been here before, and I think this is a different context than the question you asked.
No, no,
Yeah,
no. It's a double standard scale because you that's my seed that you're making a decision by yourself on. Now, I said in extreme cases, I really don't. I get that part. But when it's
right,
two
right.
people that had an understanding of what they were doing, and then y'all have it, why should you get to? I think that you know how divorce papers have two signatures.
Okay,
I think that's how abortion should actually be two signatures.
I can see that. I mean, I see your point clearly. I do, man. Like I'm thinking of a scenario if a man and a woman have produced a child and she's pregnant, and they both were expecting the child, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere she says, "I'm gonna have an abortion." I can see the conflict between the two. I could
Right.
definitely see that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I feel like the balances of life would tip more towards the woman because if he decides to act a fool, she's stuck all alone with the responsibility.
That's
But
the
I see your
thing.
point. I see your point though.
Yeah, because when you have sex and a girl is crazy, and then you get her pregnant, everybody look at the man and say, "Well, you should have wrapped it up."
Yeah, yeah.
They don't give him, "Oh, well, she he knew she was crazy. He knew what he was doing. He should have wrapped it up." They didn't give like you just gave the woman. But what if he saw acting a fool? No, you should have. let him wrap it up or been on birth control. You should have been had other preventive measures before you know, take it there.
Yeah, it's complicated. You know what I'm saying? One of the things I instruct my children to do, man, my sons, you got to teach children and your children how to do what you don't want them to do the right way. So strapping it up is some instructions that I give to my son. But it would also be an instruction I give to my daughter. Make sure he strap up before y'all have sex. And we know that ain't 100% sure, but I would do that. And if she was to get pregnant, even though she wanted him to strap up, shit, he strapped up in the joint bus and they get pregnant. I think I think she holds more of the call. You see what I'm saying? Because she's the one got to go through 9 months of development. She got to go through labor. Then again, if he ain't
Is
on deck for real,
is
she
the
got to
source
carry that for the rest of her life alone. So I
and
think the decision should rest on the mom. If I had to pick, I'd pick the mom as the one that makes the final decision. What would you pick? But then, if you had to pick one of the two to have the final decision, who would you pick if it was like that? You had to pick one.
I would have to pick them off. But see, that's why I'm checking double standards. That's why I'm named it double standard scale. Because I think it should be just like a divorce. It should take two signatures. Unless it's something like, like somebody took it or you know what I'm saying, just some extreme measures.
But what if mom wants to do it and pop doesn't want to do it?
Doesn't want to do what?
Sign. He wants to have a baby. And the
Then
reality is,
they should
he,
have it. Should have the baby.
damn, for real.
No, no, it's no force because she can force me into having the child. She can force me into having responsibility. I'm talking about two people that knew what they were doing. It's no excuses when a man gets somebody pregnant. But we got all these preventive measures for women, and they got even more. A man can we can get a vasectomy. We can get a we can actually snip. We got a okay, whatever. We got this. Y'all got all of this plus birth control and then abortion. Y'all got it. Y'all have it built to where every like you got a safety net for every mistake that you make. And I'm just saying it's double standards in. Go ahead.
I don't know if that's considered a double standard. I mean, and
It
if
is.
it
It is.
is,
It man, come on now.
if it's considered a double standard, I think that's a fucked up place to apply a double standard. I do.
No, it's real. What are you talking about?
Because you saying if so let me make sure the scenario is clear. You saying if they both were having sex unprotected,
Right.
they knew the possibilities was pregnancy, and
Yes.
if she decides that she wants to get an abortion and he says no, he should overrule her decision.
No, that when they laid down, they both made a foolish decision. Just like if she wants to keep it and he says no, he got to eat that responsibility.
So let me kick this to you real quick. I'm a motive guy. Just hear me out real quick. If you were stealing and I was stealing and we both go before the judge and it's two shoplifting cases. If you were stealing to feed your family and I was stealing just because I like to steal, do you think one of those weigh more than the other?
Yes.
All right. So if they laid down and had sex, they want neither one of them was planning on having a child. They just wanted to have some fun and enjoy themselves with some intimacy. And then they end up getting pregnant. The woman get pregnant. The dude is expecting a child as well, but it wasn't planned. I feel like the onus is on the woman to make the decision, not the guy, because she's the one that got to go through the labor.
And
Watch this. You notice that when a man and a woman get pregnant and have a child, the man don't go through no labor. The woman goes through the work. So I think that she gets to make the call, not him.
I think that's the double standard and it's bullshit. Okay, that's fair. If she makes the call to have the baby without his say so, Dave Chappelle said this. Well, shouldn't he have the right to not take care of it?
Hell no.
I'm glad you said it because that's the double standard. So like
Okay.
Dave Chappelle said, wait a minute, you got the right to kill a baby, but I ain't got the right to abandon it. That's the double standard there. And you just opened it up. I'm glad you said that though.
Yeah. But I can defend it too. I can defend it as well. But
How?
the reason why I say it's not a double standard, she has the right to abort. He doesn't have the right to abandon it because he is the one that ejaculated into her. She didn't ejaculate into him.
I'm not talking about forcefully.
No, I ain't talking about forcefully. I'm saying they consented. It was consensual. He bust off inside her. He knows the possibility is, sir, that you could possibly get pregnant. She don't
So
want it, and he doesn't want it. You know what I'm
well,
saying? That won't. What I'm saying is, when I say they don't want it, I'm saying that's not the motive of having sex for them. So if she get pregnant, hell yeah, the onus is on the woman to make that
see,
call, not him.
that's why your comparison with stealing don't make sense. If me and her both go rob the bank, we should get the same time.
Yeah, you missing it. See, it's three types of people in the world: those who can see far, and can't see at all. In this scenario, you
But you're
can't
not
see
making
good.
this make sense, bro.
I'm
I
finna
don't
make it
know
make sense. You
how.
missing you missing it because when I used the stealing illustration, I was talking about motive. The motive. Your motive was to feed your kids. Judge may be lenient on you. My motive was fuck it. I'm gonna go take this shit. If that dude stick his penis inside that woman and he is responsible for pulling out, he is responsible for wrapping up. If he don't do that, he has no say in whether she can have that baby or not because he made a mistake.
So you telling me two people having sex, only one got the responsibility? How,
She,
bruh? I
how
swear to
can
God, I think you taking it way too deep. You ain't serious with this one.
you ain't
You
going
ain't
deep
serious with
enough?
this one.
You ain't going
It's
deep enough.
no
Look,
way. It's
look,
no
how
way
can
you're
she?
telling me a woman can be on birth control. She got all these preventive measures. She let the man go inside of her raw, knowing the possibility and the outcome that could happen. Like, cause they say you could get pregnant with what is it? Not now. What's the cum first? The pre pre cum. So that's automatically, but yet it's still you see the Google double standard because this is perfect. No, everybody when they laid down, everybody knew the risk they was taking. For you to look at somebody and say, "Oh no, the risk is more on you because you had the responsibility to jack it off." No, only reason I can get inside of you is if you open your legs and you know we're having unprotected sex and we both know the possibilities. So how is it that one man bears more weight than the other? That shit is crazy. Google double standard. That is
So
crazy.
listen. Why is
Hey,
she googling?
you gotta get them comments up so I can read them.
Why is she googling? Right. Let me ask
Yeah.
you this then. Take it to a marriage, right? Let's say a couple is married and
Okay.
they don't have 4 kids. Now, nobody's on birth control because birth control can affect women different. You know what I'm saying? Surgery on a woman is invasive. It can be dangerous. So the man ain't got snipped yet, but they don't want to use condoms. So they married, they want to have sex. They can have the sex they want. Wifey says, I don't want to have no more babies now. Now you're gonna have to be careful. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna be careful. But drinking, I'm fucked around and ejaculated inside the wife, and now she's pregnant. Now, she don't feel good about none of this shit. But he ain't got to go through the label. She does. So if the wife decides, babe, listen, I ain't trying to have no babies. You think the husband should say, oh, hell no, we having this.
No. It should be because we both don't agree, we got to bear the burden of our actions.
Oh, so
If
you're not in agreement with abortion.
no, I'm not in agreement with if no, I'm not in agreement with abortion, period.
Right.
That's just a whole nother talking about. But I'm
Mm.
saying if you're living in these constructs, the double standards in which they are. Let me pull up Michaela's comment. I'm reading the double standard what they are. I'm saying that if y'all both come to agreement and y'all want to just not have it, cool. But if y'all can't, then you have to face your consequences.
So if mom don't want to have it and dad does, he overrules.
No, mom would just have to accept her responsibility, like men. Because if men don't want to have it, but she do, mom overrules, right?
Yeah, for me, yeah, I think so.
Okay, see, that's the double standard. I'm gonna read double standard right quick because this is perfect. It's the a rule of principle which is unfairly applied in different ways to different peoples or groups. The prolonging consideration of issues represented as a double standard. The same principles, just applied differently to different groups. All right,
Yeah.
she said, yeah, it's both their fault, but still has to carry the baby, which could be life threatening. That's why I say when it comes to those type of things, you got it, boss. And she has a larger responsibility when the baby is born.
That's a great point. And not and to go back to what she said, to piggyback on what she said, that is a danger. Like pregnancy, man, there's a high percentage of women while pregnant, they don't survive. Like, and you talking about the guy should call it, it's a double. I think you got a
It's
false
not
equip.
calling it. It's not
Huh?
calling it. I need you to have the same energy for the woman that made an irresponsible decision, like you got for the guy that made the irresponsible decision. You should have wrapped it up. Why is only the guy being told that?
Yeah, bro.
See, when the
Nah,
double standard hits,
it's,
you cannot defend it, bro. It's an unfair. It's
I,
unfair.
so I'm gonna
I'm
be
not I'm not knocking it. I'm calling it out.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I think what you're doing is a false equivalent. I think I'm saying that correctly. A false
I
equivalent. I
just read
think you.
the double standard
No, no, no,
definition.
no, no. What I'm saying to you, Tuck, is that you are applying the definition of a double standard to this situation, and I personally don't think it applies. Cause see, if because I can give you an example of a double standard, and it'll make sense and it'll line up with the definition. In your eyes, that shit fit, but I think in reality, that don't fit. Now, I ain't trying to diss you, but I think you're missing it right now.
No, I'm not missing it at all. You just ain't got no answers for actually dealing with the facts. It's facts over feelings all day with me. Facts over feelings.
I'm
Pull
with
up the
that too.
last one. Put up the last comment.
I'm with that too. I'm with facts over feeling.
Huh?
I'm with facts
Because
over.
because my the definition support what I'm saying. Every time I bring up the same thing, it support what I'm saying. Y'all ain't got none but she a woman. Okay, then that's the double standard I was talking about. I go to let me read the last one. She's a woman. She need to make that decision. All right, that's the double standard I was talking about.
Hey, you a wild guy.
No, I'm not wild. Like this is crazy. I ain't the first person. That's why I said Dave Chappelle said he's like, wait a minute, you
Hey,
have
hey,
if you don't,
hey, DJ. I like Dave Chappelle, but he wild as hell too.
yeah, that's what happened. Truth tellers are wild.
But look, 95% of jokes are true. Don't mean the statement he made was true. That motherfucker lied too now to get a laugh.
No, that statement was true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I'm a strong believer in birth. Okay, yeah, I'm a strong believer in birth control. I see some women out here taking accountability. Um, Let me go to like what I pissed women off with. I said I'm expected to get the check, but I shouldn't expect sex.
What?
So I said I'm expected to get the check, but I shouldn't expect sex.
What's that about? What, we still on the same topic?
This double standards. I was like, oh, I was like, I never invested in anything and expect a return. And if you did, that's called a bad investment. So I'm saying, why is it that when men expect anything, they're in the wrong? But a woman expects you to pay for the check, open her door, show her a good time, and actually go off hope.
Go off hope.
Hope. You gotta hope, nigga. But she can expect anything. This is it's another double standard. Like my girl said, if you ask me out, you should pick up that check. Why can't you pick it up? Why can't we split it? Look at that. You see, you expect it. I could ask you out for your company, but why I gotta pay for it? Cause go ahead and say it, Porky, because I'm the because I'm the Go ahead and say it, boy. If you need some help, I help. Man.
Hey, listen, man. You a rough guy, man.
These are double standards.
But listen to me real quick. If she expects to get the check but don't expect to have sex, right? Is that what she said?
I said, I'm expected to get the check, but I shouldn't expect sex. And she said, well, if you're going to take me out, nigga, you need to get the check.
All right, cool. So again, you know me, I don't like generalizing. You gotta paint the right scenario. But if she expects you to take the check and you asked her out, she's fine with her expectations. She's managing them. You may or may not pay for the check. That shit has happened before. They
Right.
expect him to pay and he don't pay. Or he
But
makes a statement. Let me finish. He makes a
go ahead.
statement like we're gonna split this shit. Like, right, she might look at him crazy, right? But that's because of her expectations. Cool. You could expect to get something tonight. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But
Hey,
you ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all, in my opinion. But both of you have to manage your expectations. Now that's the main thing because it might not go the way you expect it to go. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm cool with your expectation. You
I'm
right
on
to
the
have that expectation, but she is not bound to give you sex, though. She don't have to, and you don't have to pay.
pork. And that's what I was saying. Because when they was like, but you use the word expect. My expectations is my expectations.
And you have to manage them.
I have to manage them.
Yeah, because it
Don't,
might not go the way
no,
you wanted it.
they're saying I'm wrong for having these expectations. It's
I
kind of
don't
funny.
think
You said, that's
I don't
good.
think I don't think you're wrong for that because they got theirs. They got theirs. The night will
Mm,
play out and we'll see whose expectations came to fruition.
yeah,
We'll
yeah.
see. But she has a right to tell you no after the dinner if she's not comfortable or don't want to do it.
I
And but
didn't argue that.
it's not law. It's not law that you have to pay. That's not law. It's tradition, but it's not law, right?
She said, I do expect you to pick up the check, but I'm always prepared to pay for my own. The rest of that is me expecting you to be a gentleman. See, you see the slight though? Because if I don't pay, I'm not a gentleman. I'm less than.
But listen. In her view, yeah. In her vision, yeah. But I don't think that's necessarily true in all cases because me personally, if I ask a woman out, if I was single and I asked a woman out, there's no doubt in my mind I'm paying for that. I ain't looking for to pay for shit. That don't even
Right.
make sense to me. Now, if she asks me out, I'm still gonna take care of it. But if she was to rise up and be like, "Nah, I got it," I'd be a little shocked.
Yeah. See, but the double standard, where the double
Can,
standard lies
can I
is
finish the
where.
statement?
Oh yeah, go ahead, go ahead. I thought you was. Go ahead.
So I would be surprised if she offered to pay only because of tradition. And do you know what tradition is? You ain't gonna
Def,
find you ain't gonna find this definition in the dictionary.
I find that
But
shit.
the definition of tradition is in my house is being bullied by dead people. That's tradition. Being bullied by dead people. So a dead person is not going to dictate whether I pay or not. I like the idea of taking care of shit if I offer a lady out to dinner if I was single. Yeah.
You ever heard the thing? Because I do agree in some instances that's bullied by dead people, but it's no sense in reinventing the wheel if it's been working. Meaning, like the past generation was the next step. It's a stepping stone to the next level. We get it so messed up as if they were just so wrong and we got here on our own. Like if it weren't for the Wrights brothers building that shit in the backyard, we wouldn't be flying so comfortable now.
Right.
So you can't shit on, and the tradition, the principles of making a plane probably is the same. What they used then is what they're probably using now,
Of course.
just just updated. So I can't say all tradition is bad. I know that some can be bullied. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
yeah. You know me. You know I agree with you 100%. You know I ain't about no absolutes. I ain't
Yeah.
about generalizing, but I think sometimes that does apply when it comes to tradition. But I will say this, like um, some traditions, like if you get stuck on them, there's a quote that goes, "Bear with me and see if you fall in this category." I'm trying to get this damn camera right. I
Go ahead.
can't. The illiterate of the 21st century would not be those who cannot read and write. Did you hear me?
The
The
illiterate.
illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write. It will be those who refuse to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So the principles of the traditions that we adhere to, I ain't saying they all bad, but as time goes on, man, you have to adjust. Like shit
Yeah,
ain't like it was back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I took my wife out one night, man. That's my word. We've been married 22 years, and we've been out many times over 22 years. I took her to an African restaurant here in Charlotte one night this year, and she paid. That shit felt good as hell. She paid out her account. But I'm just being honest with you, and it may be traditional or not, but my wife ain't never got to pay for dinner if I got it. Never. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? That's just something I want to do for it. I don't think that, I ain't saying you saying something wrong with it, but I don't think nothing wrong with that either way.
yeah. I can get that too. It's some traditions that I think you should hold firm to, and it's some I think is outdated. You know what I'm
Hell yeah,
saying? I,
absolutely.
I definitely think some is outdated.
But let me give you talked about double standards. Let me give you an example of a double standard we talk about in the barbershop that really fits the description of the definition. You with me?
uh huh.
Motherfucker come in the shop. His son just lost his virginity. He cutting hair. He excited as hell. He's so excited that he announced that shit on the barber floor. Hey, bro, man, my son, he got down. He got him some. He got him some. Yeah, he lost his virginity. He excited as hell. The nigga was so excited that he called the name of the girl's father, who is popular in Charlotte. Everybody know who he is.
Uh huh.
The nigga said it out loud. Yeah, it was such and such daughter. God damn. You don't call.
Yeah.
So now I asked the question after he did that. Would you be that excited if your daughter lost her virginity, nigga? Would you come in the shop and be like, fellas, goddamn, boy, hey, Lisa goddamn got fucked last night?
Right.
And he would not do that. That's a
Right.
double standard, nigga.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's
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 talking about
that's
earlier. Yeah, nah. But
and
that
that's a no. You think we should keep it?
keep what?
That double standard.
Hell no.
Cause in that same breath, if you feel like it should be no double standards, or
And this,
because in that same breath, if if it comes draft time and it's between your son and your daughter, it should be either one, right?
draft time.
When the country called to draft somebody for war, should they call just as many women as men? Because if we're gonna attack double standards, you got to be, or you no, you don't have to be fair. You're just gonna make my case. You have to be fair. So if draft comes, should when they draft people, should they go draft the men or should they draft equally amongst men and women?
I'm gonna answer that question like this here. I'm gonna answer that question like this. That's a good question. Because not you chuckling. What you chuckling at?
Because it's gonna be hard for you to do this one.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm gonna be realistic. I'm gonna be realistic. In the climate we live in, we're living in a day of time where women want to be equal, right?
No.
I've even heard women say, "I'm a person just like you. I'm a human just like you." Considering that, I would say yes. But I would feel some kind of way if I got two boys and I got two daughters and they draft my daughters and then draft my son. I would feel some kind of way. And I'm just being honest, and I can see the contrast and how like those two thoughts ain't really lining up, but that's what's inside of me. You know what I'm saying? Because I would actually say that to a woman if she complained. If I heard a woman say, we equal. I'm a person, you a person. Well, goddamn, when draft time comes, don't complain. And I support it. But listen, I support it. Listen to this right here, Tuck. Everything in life has a good and a bad attached to it. You got to pick what side of dam you're gonna be on. The way women have been looked at in our society, I think the dam outweighs the blessing. But
Uh-huh.
if they want to be looked at as equal, which they are, if they want to be looked at as people, which they are, when times comes for things like that, if you've been hollering that, you can't fight it.
Oh, that's a different approach.
Yeah, you can't fight that, and I agree with that. But like I
See,
said,
that's why I look at the man in the barbershop. The feeling you got that you talked about, he had the same feeling with his son over the daughter. Like you said, if you was in the house and your wife got drafted to war, that shit will fuck with you.
hell yeah.
You be like, why? I'm the man. I should be going. The
Hey, but look,
same way he bragged about his son and wouldn't brag about his daughter.
but listen.
These are the double standards in which we live.
But listen,
Under.
in the context in which you're speaking, if they drafted us and they drafted me and didn't draft her, that'll be fucked up too. I don't want to go either.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying if I'm talking about every household in America, if the man is left back like the women are left back in the draft and they drafting the women, it will be an outcry from women and men. Like this is not right. Why ain't it? And I don't think women want equality. They use that shit when it's beneficial. Because if it's equality, then a man, the word gentleman shouldn't apply ever again. If you want equality, then I shouldn't have to open your door. I shouldn't have, you. I don't need to hold a woman's door open. I don't feel like I need to rescue a woman. I need to have that same energy I would have with a man. We treat them like delicate flowers, but they're saying they want to be treated equally. Just like the Ray Rice situation in the elevator. He should have went to jail. But they still ain't arrested the chick that was attacking Jay-Z.
He ain't pressed charges.
No, his wife, what's his nigga name? His wife didn't press charges.
Oh, she
They
did.
pressed charges.
Right.
They had
Right.
the evidence just like they had the evidence with Jay-Z.
I agree with you there.
It just looked different. It's double standards, my
Look,
guy.
I'm not going to argue with you and say there are not double standards in our society. Clearly there is. And if they arrested Ray, whatever his name is, the football player, he was a Panthers player, right?
Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens. Okay,
Ray Rice.
Ray Rice, a dude in Charlotte did the same shit, right?
Yeah.
But if he get arrested just because they got the video footage, I think a woman should be arrested too for attacking a man, 100%.
So let me ask you a question, because this is something that why like this word term throws me off because I really don't know what the fuck it really means. I just heard women say it a lot, and some weak niggas attach their name right to it. Toxic masculinity.
Hell yeah, it need to exist. Go ahead
What
though. Go ahead though.
what the fuck does that mean? I'm designed to be masculine. Why is it when I display masculinity, it's toxic? When a woman displays masculinity, it's celebrated. I don't need a man. I can do this shit on my own. Niggas ain't shit. Go ahead, girl. Woman, no, woman, you need to submit to me. Why would you say that? Because I'm the one expected to give my life up for the family. Shouldn't she submit to me? No. That's I mean, what is it? Like, how's women celebrated when they display masculinity?
Well, an example of toxic masculinity. Let me give you an example. Like, I've been married 22 years. There was a time where I considered myself the head of the household. I rule everything. Don't nothing go on without checking with me first, right?
Mhm.
So my wife wanted to cut her hair. You heard this story. And I told her no, she can't. She asked me, and I said, nah, you can't cut your hair. And then time came where I was cool with it. And she was like, nah, I'm good. So let's say in 2023, my wife was like, look, babe, I really want to cut my hair. Like, I'm tired of all this. Like, it'd be easier for me. Nah, hell no, you ain't cutting your hair. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
belong to me. You know, you need to submit. You can't do
Right.
that. So
Yeah.
now I'm cutting off something she desires to do that don't affect my life at all. It don't affect my life at all, but I'm dominating her, telling her she can't do something that she desires to do. I submit to you that that's an example of toxic masculinity, and that's on the light end. That's on the light end. You got motherfuckers that feel like because they in charge and they rule a woman, he can do whatever he want to. He can hit her. He can beat on her, tell her shut the fuck up, call her
Woo.
bitches and whores. That's toxic, bro. Ain't shit about that healthy. Nothing. But
Right.
but there's a man out there that's walking in masculinity with his woman, and it's not toxic. So you know what I'm saying? There is a such thing as toxic masculinity. And then you know what? If you was to go back to 1930, the word didn't exist, but the acts did. The acts of toxic masculine. My granddaddy, bro, exercised toxic masculinity on my grandma every weekend of my life. So I'm sure it was every weekend of her life. And she submitted because she was taught to. And she walked around the house like she was a little punk, soft,
Mm-hmm.
can't stand up for herself. He called her all types of bitches and whores, accused her of shit she won't doing when he get drunk. That shit was toxic as hell. So it definitely applies.
All right. I'm gonna play something, right? Because this is where I
Hey,
say
before you play that though, do you agree with me that my grandfather was toxic?
yes. I don't think I think he's just toxic. I wouldn't put masculinity next to it.
The reason why the masculinity would probably be beside it, DJ, is because of the fact that he's operating in what we've been taught socially. You in charge. It ain't no different than what white men do to anybody else. White women, black men and black women, and anybody else of any other nationality. Like, I dominate, so I do what I want to do. I'm the man. I can do this because I got a penis. That shit toxic as hell.
63%
All right,
of
listen to this
youth
now.
suicide
Now this is something that
are
this is a
from
double.
single mother
Hold
homes.
on. This what
90%
happened?
of homelessness and runaway children are from single
You
mother
can't put
homes.
that on the mother.
All right,
85
hold on. Let me bring it back. All right, I'm gonna bring it back, and he's gonna because like say for instance, right? Like the world allows like majority of the time when they go to court, you break up, you go to court, the woman gets the child, right? The
Yeah,
woman gets the
I don't know.
she huh?
I don't know the statistic, but I would say from my view, yeah, women get the child more than men.
Right. So the women have more of an effect on a child's life than a man. Because even though you're a weekend dad, she's a mom, she's an everyday mom.
Right.
So I'm gonna ask you something when I read this. If that's the case, because I'm gonna play this, he's gonna run off these statistics of these single parent homes, single parent mothers. I wonder, can you tell me if you can hear it? You should be able to hear it. But do they
Yeah,
have to eat?
I can hear it.
Do they have to eat these statistics? I'm about to play it now.
63% of youth suicides are from single mother homes. 90% of homelessness and runaway children are from single
You
mother
can't put
homes.
that on the mother.
85% of
No.
children who show behavioral disorders are from single mother homes. 80% of rapists with anger problems are from single mother homes. 71% of high school dropouts are from single mother homes. 70% of youths in operated institutions are from single mother homes. 80% of all the youths that are in prison are from single mother homes. This shows that boys and girls need both their mother and their father. And
Do they have to eat those statistics? Or you gonna find a way to blame the man?
Hey, bro, I don't even see how you applying this to the conversation.
No, I know. I'm saying the double. No, because when I brought this up, they was like, no, it ain't just the woman, it's the man. But I'm saying that if it's in your care, like, because if you're gonna biasly always rule in favor of the woman to get the children, which is another double standard, then you have to eat these statistics, right?
What you mean eat the statistics? I don't understand why. Like how, I don't understand how you applying it. I honestly don't.
I'm saying the double standard is a woman always awarded the child, even though these statistics show the effect of kids in a single mother home. I showed you the double standard, and I'm pretty sure you would say the woman should get the child, right?
I mean, it depends on the woman, but yes, some
In
cases
the
the
majority of the
be
cases,
ordered the
right?
child.
Right.
Yeah.
So they have to you eat these statistics, right?
Nah, I disagree with you, yo.
There go the double standard I was looking for.
Double stand up, man. You gonna have to do a better job. No, man.
I'll let you get your thoughts together before you apply. But I'm gonna play it again though. Let me play it
No,
one
no,
more time.
you well, you can, but can I point out something that he said?
Yeah.
He said it shows that both parents are needed in the home. That's
Yeah.
why I don't
But
understand how you're applying this.
no, I'm applying it back. No, the double standard. No, he's showing that I agree that both parents are needed in the house.
Okay.
I agree to that. But I'm saying that the system is a double standard when it comes to who gets the child. Even though both of the child are yours. This is out the this is the child out the mama now. This the bye-bye labor pains and all that. This is the child outside the mother now.
Right.
So if this is the effect of most kids in single mother homes, why would a woman automatically get ruled in favor of the child?
I mean, because she's the mom. I mean, you know what I'm
That
saying?
is the double standard. There you go. I was waiting for you to say it, player.
Hey,
So,
I think you missing it, man. It's
yeah,
cool
boy,
though.
you gotta come up with another word when you confused. You gotta use another word.
Hold on, look, I'm finna get inside my truck so I can plug up so my phone won't go there. But
That's cool.
but look, I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna look for your response to see if I can finish it.
Okay.
All right, let me plug up.
Somebody said, "Where's the dad?" I don't know. He's not there because he probably the weekend dad.
All right, so let's see if I can get a little light in here.
There is love.
All right, so you can hear me pretty good.
Mm. Yeah, I got you.
Hold on, let me get my joint charging real quick before. Come on, babe.
How did the show go?
Man, got here a little too late, man. Ran into traffic and I got here before it started, but he said he had enough people. He had 23 people and that was the limit. So it's gonna
Oh,
be
okay.
2 weeks before I can go on. But okay, I'm
That's good.
charging up now. So
I
listen,
got
those statistics that he shouted out, right? I agree with that because from my perspective, I've seen it, right? I'm part
you.
of
Okay.
it. And
Yeah.
so when I was young, you know, I walked around with a frown on my face so much so everywhere I went, people will always say, "Man, why are you frowning? Why are you mad?" And I'm like, "I'm not mad. Like, why everybody keep saying this shit to me?" I got my eyebrows and shit all balled up. But as I got older, I realized what it was. My dad wasn't there. My
Right.
mom did a hell of a job, and she did it alone. But that's why I fall into the statistics. It won't that she did a bad job. But look, can I tell everybody where my daddy was?
Nah. Yeah.
All right, bet. All right, but that was the case. You know where I'm going with that. My daddy was elsewhere.
Yeah.
He was on drugs, alcohol, boom, boom. So in this case, if this particular situation between my dad and my mom went to court, it makes sense in real time, real life that my mom get awarded the children. My dad was not fit for that shit. He
All
just
right.
wasn't.
Put that comment there because this is a lady actually. Okay, you keep going, Porky. I just wanted to pull the comment up so I can read it out.
All right, but what I'm saying is like what you're saying is a double standard. I think you have a false equivalent. It does not apply, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you make this thing
You
about
said
men
it's no
and
double
women, it does
standard, bro.
not apply.
You said it's, you just said yes, it does. You just bringing up. I didn't talk about the extreme where the mother is there and the father just ain't doing nothing. That's why I literally broke it down to the state awards. But you're a weekend dad, but she's a stay-at-home mom. I mean, she's an everyday mom. So that means she's gonna have more of an impact on the child's life than you. I ain't talking about your cases. You're trying to use no. We're talking about two decent human beings.
Well,
And
yeah.
and this is something I like. I mean, I got some women with accountability here. They award the women with the children, then blame the father for not being in the homes. God, there you go. You damn right they do. You damn right they do. But I say if you award the child to the mother, then if these statistics come out the way, because they in your care most of the time, you have to eat that.
Who gotta eat it?
The mother. Single mother homes. Those were the statistics. You got to eat that. Like if you're taking care of something 5 days, what is 20? What is it? And I'm taking care of days 2 days, a weekend dad. And I might be every other weekend dad, how they set it up now. Mm, mm, My impact can only stretch so far. Your impact is right there directly because it's an everyday thing.
Yeah, I mean, I see that. I definitely see that. I don't want to dismiss the father's responsibilities because he's not at the house though. Like, even if he got the kids on the weekend, I mean, shit, phone calls, texts, and dropping in. Like, I mean, motherfuckers don't do that. Like a lot, some people don't do it. Some people do. Because I know situations where the fathers were awarded. Because when they go to court, they present evidence. They make these claims against one another to say why they are the fit parent and he is not, or I'm the fit parent as the father and she is not, and the judge make a decision. Of course, it don't always go right, but I think in most cases, just because of how society is, the mother gets the child unless he can prove that she is extremely unfit. You
So
know
you
what I'm
you
saying? So what are you saying with two decent individuals that's claiming the children and the judge awards the mom?
they're gonna award the mom. It's an automatic award to the mom. You got to prove that the mother's unfit in order for the father to get them.
Right.
So that's a double standard within itself. You're pretty much saying one is more of a parent than the other. What you should do is award. This was perfect. They had this set up nice. 1 week on, 1 week off, no child support. That's how it should go.
1 week on, 1 week off, no child support.
Right.
That's if both parents are fit, right?
Yeah, both parents are fit.
I like that. I like the hell out of that. Yeah, for sure. For sure. You know what I'm saying? But and I don't think this should play a part in the judge's ruling if a judge awards the woman the children versus the man. But from our perspective, where we sit as children, you and I, as fathers, you and I, we look at our families, and I'm looking at your family. I know some of your family. I know all of my family. If you had to put it and make it a competition, who was more fit to keep the children, majority wise? You was at home with your mom. You weren't with your dad. I was at home with my mom. I went with my dad. And go down and list of your cousins. I can think about one of your cousins right now who had two parents in the household. You know who I'm talking about. They were there to the end.
Right.
But everybody else look at the relationship like, goddamn, mom raised these babies.
Yeah.
Where was daddy at?
So what you're doing is you're saying you're pretty much saying that. Are you saying that women are better? They can take care of better. They can take care of the child better than a man.
All right, to be fair, because I don't know the
Because now
statistics.
you're about to have a double standard here that you're
I
working
don't
up
know
on.
I don't know the stats. I'm just going by my observation in life, period. If you took 100 men, took 100 women, and put them in this situation, I would think the women would win. Far as being more caring, more nurturing, being better suited to take care of the children.
And I agree. And if you put 100 men and 100 women, and you pick one to be a leader, I believe that men would outdo women when it comes to leadership.
That's interesting, yo.
I know it's interesting because you can't your bias. I could damn near do a highlight reel of your bias.
Yeah, I mean, I get your perspective on me, and it makes sense. I get it. But I want to
What's
ask
up,
you a
Matt?
question.
What's up, Matt?
I want to ask you a question though. So, like, just hear me out with the question I'm asking you though.
I
Like,
ain't gonna cut you off. I got you.
think about it before you answer though. Is it possible that your viewpoint on that scenario 100 men, 100 women, a man would be a better leader out of the 100. Do you think it's possible that could be because of the socialization that has taken place in this world? We've been told that men are in charge. You was raised up on that shit. Think about how much you was raised up on, and you get older, you realize that was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. They lied to me. We've been told that men are the ones who's supposed to be in charge. Men are the leaders. But real life has showed me, and depending on the situation and the people, it ain't true. It is not true.
Okay, that's I'm just gonna go with facts. Fuck the feelings and my
What's the
feelings.
fact?
But
What's the fact?
that men are better leaders. I
What?
sent you the whole thing about. That's why I told you when they put all the women on that island and put all the men on that island, the women died damn near 7 times, and the men moved on and was able to live for years. Because men are better leaders. You do have those albino women that you know that they are. I don't just like I don't think men can be better nurturers than women. I think that that's their superpower. I think that men being leaders is their superpowers. Men are less emotional. You can't have an emotional leader. You can't have an emotional person guiding you in certain places because when you deal with emotions, just like they put all them British women on that island, the goal didn't matter. The men said, forget our emotions. The goal is to survive. They died 3 times because they was caught in their emotions, their opinions not being heard, and this, that, and the third. That usually how it's gonna go.
So I mean, I saw the episode you're speaking of, and what you're saying is absolutely true with that particular group of women versus that group of men in that episode. Is it not? Hold on. Is what I said a lie? Is what I
Bro,
said a lie?
then why
It
would you say
is what I
if
said
you
a
had
lie.
to pick 100? Then stop saying 100 women and 100 men. You would rather have a what you say the women should be awarded the child. They're better at it. You can't do that. You can't turn around and then say, well, that particular people, then. If you want
Hey,
to play these semantics, then you can't make it a just you can't make a statement
hey,
where you believe that women will win in this
hey,
category.
bro, you know me. You know me. I don't like to generalize. I'm just telling you what I've seen, like based off what I've seen in the projects. Hey, bro, what I've seen in the projects, right? I grew up in the projects, Cedarhurst, North Carolina, Henderson, North Carolina. I swear to God, this my word. Out of all the apartments over that motherfucker, it was one family, only one, who had a father in the house. Only one out of the whole projects. I was there for years. We knew everybody.
Okay, so how do you deal with
Listen
this?
to what I'm saying. Sylvester Allen, God bless his soul, he died last year, right before my dad did. Matter of fact, he died in December, if I ain't mistaken. He was the only man in Cedarhurst with his family. We saw that shit. It was beautiful. Every other apartment building over there had a single mom with a bunch of kids. All
Mhm.
right. I ain't saying that make the men bad. I'm just telling you from my viewpoint, the men were not on deck. And I personally don't think it had to do with a judge ruling. I just don't think it had to do with a judge ruling. It was too consistent. You see what I'm saying? It was too consistent. So I ain't saying that every woman is fit to lead. I'm just saying that every man is not fit to lead. That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying if it's a competition, you know what? Do me one better, because this is what I like about this situation. You whenever you go to work again, you have women at your shop.
I have one. She's homosexual though. She got a wife.
Every woman that come in that shop, I just take a tally. Whatever fits your enough to say. Ask them would they rather hell, if it's women in here, we can ask you now. Would you rather be under a woman boss or a man boss? Because I didn't hear women say this. Women, would you rather have a woman as your boss or a man as your boss?
Hey, you gonna lose that. You gonna lose this
I
one.
promise you ain't gonna lose it.
You gonna
I
lose
know
that.
for a fact I ain't gonna lose it.
You gonna lose that one. No, no.
Can you please, y'all, whoever, all you women, if I don't care how many is it, if it's a few of y'all, tell me who would you rather have as a boss? And be honest, a woman or a man? Now I've heard this too many times.
Yeah.
matter of fact, I asked that question. That shit just flew. I was like, damn, they don't even know what they're saying right now.
That I'm gonna ask my
Oh,
wife that
there we
question.
go. And there's somebody trying to lie. I have both. I have both and prefer a man boss. They are more logical, man. Come on now. One said woman, she just did it all. Just trying to say, come on now.
Why
Come
would
on
you
now.
say she lying, man? Why would you say she fronting? We 1 for 1.
Don't that sound more believable? I had both. And I prefer a man because they are more logical.
Mm. So
See, when
so
you walk in, but don't worry, I'm gonna win this. I want you to do it though. When you get to your shop, I want you to go and ask and be honest with me.
I will. Hey, look, man, listen. I'm always searching for truth because I know that's my journey in life. I'm looking for truth. And I know some of the stuff that I say, it's just my belief in some cases. It's my observation, and I'm going by what I see. What I don't buy into is this male-female competition thing when it comes to living life. I don't really get down with that because I've seen it. You used the example of that show you sent me with the women on the island and the men on the island. That was a Pacific group. Are you telling me that if you was to take 15 more situations like that, all the women in the 15 situations would respond the same way?
I would say if you did 15 situations, the man would survive out of all. They would go 15-0.
15.
15-0. It'll be
All right,
15
so
and
look, let's just say for conversation's sake, I'm gonna say real life.
any other women, please ask me, would you rather have a man or a woman as your boss? But I want you to please do that. Do
So
that.
can I ask you a question while they responding?
Yeah.
We talk about Harriet Tubman a lot, and she's a go-to for me.
Yeah.
After reading the stories, my daughter loves her
Yep, got another man. Keep going. Got another man.
biography. My daughter loves her biography, and I've read a little bit of her story and watched some stuff. But answer me this: if what you're saying is true, how come there wasn't a man in that particular situation that did what she did? She did it.
Bro,
Didn't no dude do it.
you know how many men help escape? Only reason that she get the credit is because she's an anomaly. She stood out more because she was a woman that did it. What are you talking about?
So let me ask you this: do you think? And I'm just talking about that situation, like So I don't assume that you're saying that they are not good women leaders. That's not
No,
what
I'm
you're
not
saying.
saying that. Not at all.
You're just saying that
If
they're
I
more, huh?
if I had to put people in a box and I had to choose, I had 20 to choose. I'm choosing 20 men.
Why?
Because like old girl said, they're more logical, they less emotional than women. You don't need emotional like if you look at them kings that used to be emotional, they caused tyranny throughout the whole kingdom. You can't have an emotional person there. Or do you agree that women are more emotional than men?
Hell no. I've been saying that shit since I was 19, working in the barbershop. Hell
Bro,
no.
you got to stop it, man.
Hell no. Hell no.
You have got to fucking
I
stop
think
it.
men are way more emotional than women.
Yeah, but you got man, it's nowhere in hell you got a wife at home and you're telling me that they don't come home with some of the dumbest. Yo, can you do you understand what this bitch did to me today? And you will listen through it, and they be like, "Yo, they stupid." And you be like, "Yo, what the fuck did they really do though?" They emotional about it, and oh, that bitch thinks she funny. I'm like, what the fuck she do?
So check it. You just gave some examples of women being emotional, right? I can do the same shit with men.
You'll run out. I won't.
I won't run out. I promise you I won't.
Run the
I
fuck out.
promise you I won't run out.
You'll
But what
run
I
the
will
fuck
say is this right here. Like I said that men are more emotional than women, right? I say that shit because there's some shock value to it. Can I prove that? I can't prove that men are more emotional than women. But what I can prove is that men and women are emotional beings. That's why I don't
out.
like the competition element. See, and this why I say this shit in the shop, because people always say what you say Some men come to the shop, say that shit about women. They're emotional. They emotional. Man, do you know how many niggas I know? Matter of fact, I heard a nigga from prison say an old man told him in prison that this nigga right here is in prison. Why? Tell me, young man. He said, because he killed somebody. He said, no, that's not why he's in prison. He's in prison because he's emotional. He got into his feelings and he committed an act. Niggas kill each other over looking each other in the eyes. That nigga said something to me. He spoke to my girl. Wait, this the best one right here. This is the best one right here. That nigga spoke to me. He don't know me. What the fuck he speaking to me for? Now they fighting. Now somebody get killed. Oh, wait. He stepped on my shoes. What? You going to prison because somebody stepped on your shoes? Man, please. I would submit to you this right here. And I don't know the stats, but I would say at least 60% of niggas in prison is in there because they got into their emotion.
And the dude
100%.
They said 80% of the men are in prison are raised by single parents. Wonder why them niggas are so fucking emotional. I think men and women are both emotional. The presentation, expression, appearance is different. I think that we're not as emotional. I think our emotions can get deadlier. What shit, nah.
Our emotions get what?
I said mine can get deadlier, but I'm gonna take that back because I didn't seen Snap before. You ever seen that show Snap?
Yeah, I've seen it. That's why I don't like the competition, because people are emotional, but for some reason we make it a competition. And can I speak on that right quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick. I thought about you the other day, and I'm gonna tell you what guys like you do. Niggas do in the barbershop all the time. Let me tell you what they do. If I was in the house with my wife and I wanted to address my wife about a situation with her, and I'm dealing with her, I'm holding her accountable for some shit she did or some shit she did not do. And then she decides to bring up some shit I did or some shit I didn't do. No. Stop that. We talking about you right now. Don't make this no competition. I came to you with a conversation about you and some shit you did or didn't do. Why would you bring up something about me in this moment? And in my opinion, Tuck, when men talk the way you talk, that's what they're doing. I cannot say nothing about women to defend them without you and brothers like you saying, but men do this too, or women do this too. Man, I'm talking about this shit right here. Why make it a competition? And to me, for you to say women are more emotional than men ain't no different than the situation, the scenario, me and my wife. Why bring that shit up? People are emotional. She fucked up. I done fucked up too. You emotional. I'm emotional too. Why make it a competition? Tell me that.
Just like when a nigga would stop you in the middle of your sentence when you're talking about women just to tell you not all women. Now you got to sit down and argue and throw your whole conversation off just because he can't defend. He feel like he's obligated to defend women, because you never see men that the men that are held on defending women, they never say not all men. They make sure they get in. Not all women. Just like when I sent you that scenario. But you think every 15, like, stop giving excuses for one end and not willing to give it for the other. Keep it down the middle. You don't keep it down the middle.
I do keep it down the middle.
Even on my very first podcast, you always say, you know, my motto, I always gonna defend women first. Why? If you believe in equality, why you think they need your voice to defend them? Can't they defend themselves?
I'm part of the team. I'm on the women's side. Hey, it don't make no sense.
Why would you do that?
Hey, bro, like, you know, in real life though, real talk, like, I'm for the situation. So once I hear the situation, I can make a judgment call if somebody want my opinion. But when we're in the barbershop, you know, it's always men versus women. And because there are no women there, bro, when I tell you these niggas talk crazy, niggas talk crazy about women. So much so I be like, God damn, you ain't got no daughter. What about your sister? You got a mom? You
bringing it up though. Let him rock. If he got his dystronos about women, why we need to defend women at this point? It's
Bruh,
all men getting their shit off.
it's not fair to women the same way it's not fair to men for one brother to come in the barbershop who got his heart broke by a savage, and spread the gospel of women ain't shit but hoes and tricks. You will never do it. Not why I rule. I'ma always contest
say
this.
niggas ain't shit and niggas ain't number dogs all the time.
Hey,
Who
DJ. Hey, Tuck,
we
don't
got
get it.
songs called "What's Love Got to Do with It?"
Hey, bro, like I said, if a woman comes, I don't do that.
All ladies, what
don't
the hell? That's an anthem for women. So now we're gonna vilify niggas saying bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. But they have a whole Beyonce got a whole anthem about single ladies. Or I will have another you in a minute. What's that? You must not know about me. Man, get the fuck. If it's not a competition, if you played it straight, then it won't be a competition. You will hold everybody accountable. But because women get this pass because they're women,
no.
You got niggas that's willing to defend them because they're women, that we don't hold people to the same accountability. That's why women don't apologize like men do. That's a fact. I know you said I'm sorry more than your wife has.
I have. I have. I definitely have. But I done fucked up more than she has though. But I do agree. I do agree. From my experience with women, I definitely think from my experience, it's hard to say I'm sorry. It's hard to say, look, I messed up, I'm wrong. But I'm not gonna say all women are like that. And I would like to also say, just to be clear, is that if I was working in a salon with women who attack men like that, I would have the men back and say the same shit. Like, you can't take that experience you had with 3 or 4 dudes and paint the picture like all guys are like that. I know your experience has been rough, but I would definitely defend men in that case. But because of my situation, I work in a barbershop and it's men bashing women on a daily basis. And that shit is so whack to me.
See, that's the thing that I'm talking about right here. Because you put guys like me when I bring up what women do when you're talking about what men do. But you just said that you would defend women when men are talking about what women do. See, it's cool for you to provide that balance if you're providing that balance for women. But if I provide that balance for men, that's emotional because I'm bringing up men's situation when we're talking about women. I mean, when we're getting on men, I want to bring up women's situation. So if you can provide that balance for in the defense of women, why do you look at me differently? Because I provide that balance for the defense of men.
Hey, no. I think it's cool that you do that because I do that shit too. Like I told you, if I'm in
the because you will say something and then I bring up something about a woman.
Yeah, that shit whack to me.
I'm just providing balance. Who are we holding accountable? Everybody or just him?
Nah, that shit whack to me because if we having a conversation about men and we're pointing out some facts, not feelings, facts about a guy did or a group of men do towards women, and we're talking about it, and then a brother in the shop quick to say, well, wait. It's some women out there too that savages too. Goddamn, that's true. We all know that, but that ain't what we talking about right now. Why make it a competition? They don't know. That's no different than my wife coming to me, getting at me for some bullshit I did, and then I bring her some shit from her past, or I bring her some shit that she did. That ain't what we talking about. Deal with me. We dealing with me right now.
Porky, this is the hypocrite. This is the hypocrite part. You just told me about a scenario where a man came in bragging about his son having sex with a woman, and you took that moment that he was bragging about and flipped it. Why?
The reason why I did that is because he would not do that with his daughter.
But he wasn't talking about his daughter at the moment. Why did you even bring that up?
Okay, good. That's a good point. I got an answer for you. I got a whole answer for you. You ready for my answer? You ready for my answer?
Yeah. I think I'll let you think. I'll read this comment, but get your answer right.
No, I got my answer. Read the comment after I say my answer.
She said
My,
attack of an opposite is a deflection, not enough self-accountability.
yeah, that's for
No,
you, Nick. Listen.
no. This is what happens, right? If a man and a woman have a problem with each other, like just it's no different than going to the doctor. You diagnose it. You got to diagnose the situation. A, there's a problem here. A, there's a problem here. Like if you go get the diagnostics of your car, they're not gonna just give you the engine diagnosis if your tires are flat. We gotta diagnose the whole car. So we can talk about the tires, but what about that fucking engine, that leak you got too, brother? We gonna need to fix all this shit if you really want your car to run right. God damn, I'm preaching. God damn, I'm preaching. God damn, I'm preaching.
Hey,
But
look.
anyway, so it's nothing wrong with pointing out that. But the girl, this is the thing. This girl told me this, and she fucked me up. You know what she did? Because I'm ready to defend niggas. She was like, okay. She said, okay. We know all that. We get all that. Then what's your solution? I wasn't ready for no. I just want to talk about the problem. I
No
was like,
solution,
what
right?
the? What? I was like, you're right. You can't keep talking about the problem without coming up with a solution.
Well, I mean, she got a point. Like, we should try to think of some solution. If you ain't got one, you ain't got one. But I think that's a good question to put us in a direction. But I would like to be clear though. You know what I'm saying? Because you tried to stick me earlier, and you made a hell of a point. You made a hell of a point. I can't deny that, and I can see how it was seen hypocritical, right? But my position in the barbershop that I have taken up. This is me personally. Ain't nobody asked me to do this. I did this because I saw a problem in the barbershop. I decided to point out biases in men inside the barbershop when it came to men and women. That's just a personal flag that I took up. So that's why I brought that up to him, because it's consistent with the men, with a lot of men inside the barbershop. I've been doing this shit almost 30 years, and it ain't failed one week. You know what I'm saying? The biases. I just want to point the biases out. So that's why I bring that up. And having the conversation, I assume that's why you do what you do.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm going to leave you alone. I'm going to leave you alone then. I ain't going to say shit else either.
I bring it up because I feel like even if I go hard on this side and I got somebody to go hard on that side, we're going to get to the middle of something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, when you come with, like, if I'm debating with you and you agreeing with me, I could be totally wrong. I don't need people to agree with me. I need people, because I want to learn in this. I'm going to have fun and learn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if you whoop my ass and I go home and sit on something, like, damn. I leave room. Like, even though I come off as real staunch and cocky about men's point of view,
you leave
room. I leave room to grow. Yeah. I leave it there. I leave it there.
There's a quote, bro. There's a quote that says, I might butcher it, but the quote is like, get as many different perspectives as you can on a particular topic. You want as many angles as possible, because the more angles you have, the closer you get to the truth. And that's why I like this type of, you know what I'm saying? Disagreement promotes growth. So I always like to have that disagreement element, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so it works out.
Let me tell you something I said, right? Because somebody put on my comment. And y'all need to go follow my TikTok. Follow all the platforms, YouTube, all that shit on me and my Big Mouth podcast. But she said some shit like, you can't speak from a woman's point of view. I said, hold up. You talking to me? I said, I was birthed from a man and woman and raised by a woman. I am both. What are you talking about? I have both DNAs in me. I can. She was like, geez. I just said it to shut up. But the truth be told, we talk as if we're different species. We're not. We're the same species. We might do things a little bit differently, but the principles of how humans survive on this planet it's pretty much the same way. So we're not that far apart like we think we are. Just like you said, is emotional men out there. Women might be more emotional. So
I
for you
honestly
to act like
disagree
I
with that,
can't
but we
talk
together.
about emotions, that's kind of a woman's emotion. That's kind of crazy.
Can
Hold
I
on, let me go to Jessica. I ain't read her comment. Go top. I think mentioning no, I think mentioning other issues when one is confronted is petty. Talk about what needs to be discussed in the moment. It happens instantly on holding issues like immunity for a future fight. All right, I got you. I mean, I
and
got
I
you. Like,
and
if you bring in a topic, you do need to stick on topic. If your goal is to get to this, you have to diagnose every situation one at a time. So I can't agree to that.
you say you can or you can't.
I say you have to diagnose everything. Even when I brought up the car thing, you have to diagnose the car one part at a time.
So you agree with what she's saying?
I agree and what you saying. I get it.
Yeah.
I just but sometimes y'all can go on a tirade to the point where I'm like, damn. All right, now
And
when we can get to the woman shit. That
uh,
what like
and see, I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you, and we different, and that's good that we are different. I never feel like that. I never feel like I got to bring up men. If women are bashing men, I don't feel like I need to bring up what women are doing. And if men are bashing women, I don't feel like I need to bring up the opposite. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. So I appreciate your perspective.
I
But can
feel
I
like, but
tell
I do feel like I feel like if the conversation is based off men and women, I don't see nothing wrong with interjecting if because the whole we're talking about the problem between men and women. If after you diagnose your shit, I can say my shit too. Truth. And if you're talking about something, let that go or go your separate ways. If you know you can't let it go or get over it, I just come in blazing, don't you? What's wrong with you? What the fuck wrong with you?
Hey yo, if I could, so you talked about double standards,
Uh-huh.
and can I plug biases in?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, so one of the reasons I took my position in the barbershop again because it's a male dominated space,
Right.
and 99% of the conversation when it comes to women, it ain't good. And I know
Mm,
better than that because real life has showed me better than that. Some guys
absolutely.
just have had some bad experiences. Everybody ain't like that. But the reason why I point these biases out in the barbershop is because they are always present. And you remember that quote I told you? It's three types of people in the world: those who can see far, and can't see at all. Well,
Yeah.
a lot of the guys in the shop can't see their
At all.
biases.
Yeah.
All right, so watch this, watch this. I'm in another state. I'm doing a hair show. I see a little dude, 14 years old, at a store, 8 o'clock on Monday morning, asking people for money. How come you ain't in school, little bro? I got a black son. This little boy was black. He looked just like my son. I pull up on him. I say, yo, I see you asking people for money. I said, how about you come work with me for the day and I'll pay you $50. All you got to do is get your hair cut and help me out. I said, the barbershop right around the corner. He said, all right. He has slobber on his mouth and everything, 8 o'clock in the morning. We go to the barbershop. It's some white people there. I ain't got no problem with no white folk at all. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? These my people too. But they are the ones in charge. Listen to me. Bias, bias, bias. They say, who this you got with you? I said, oh, this little buddy, this not, I'm gonna call him Larry. This little Larry, he gonna help me out today. Okay, cool, cool, cool. He had slobber on his mouth and shit. I take the little boy, get his mouth cleaned up and everything. I said, look, I'm gonna use the little boy, I'm gonna cut his hair. My man said, hey, you got a model release form? I said, no, I don't. You right. I need a model release form so we can't use the little buddy. But
Right.
once I agreed to that, listen to me. The white guy energy was still fucked up. So much so, I walked over to him. I said, hey, yo, we're gonna call him Tim. I said, Timothy, everything good? Like, little buddy just gonna help me out. He said, hey, listen to the bias. Listen to what this motherfucker said to me. This nigga looked me in my eyes and said, hey, chick,
We just don't want anything to get taken. We don't want nothing to get stole. He said, desperate people do desperate things, right? Now in my head, I'm going, God damn, you gonna look me in my eye and say that shit? But I didn't address it on the spot because it wasn't the time or place. Let me tell you what happened at the end. Little buddy helped me out, recorded for me, got a haircut looking fresh. Somebody gave him a brand new coat. It was cold as hell. Somebody gave him a coat, and he left that event with a job working at that barbershop. And I gave him $100 for doing what he did. And he didn't steal anything. He left something. All the shit that he bought with the money he was asking from people, the money he got from people, all the shit he bought, he left at the barbershop. I went through the bag to see what is this little boy buying. That little boy won't do nothing but trying to get him some food and some damn mango juice. This white man looked at this little boy with his bias that he's unconscious of and said to me, we just don't want anything to get taken. Now, he's a friend of mine. Yeah. I'm going to have a conversation with this white man as a friend and let him know that shit was biased as hell, bro, and you wasn't conscious of it. You think that way because what you've seen in news clippings, goddamn movies, all this shit, you think a little black boy that's down and out is going to take from you. And that's not what that means. So when I see bias anywhere, I call this shit out. So I don't just discriminate when it comes to men being biased against women. I have to check my own biases because I have them because of the society we come up in. I got daughters. I was brought up women shouldn't do certain things. I got a daughter to say you a goddamn lie. I do whatever I want to do. I'm a person. I gotta eat that.
Hey yo, I would say me, like you would think, like this is why I say it's facts over feelings when it comes to me. Because the way I come across is I deal with just facts most of the time. Because everybody that was influential in my life has been women.
Likewise. There have been some men. There have been some men, but more women than men.
I'm talking about if you really want everybody for the majority of the part of my life. I had some uncles that was there, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. My most inspiration came from women.
Likewise.
I can talk as if I'm not for women. I can sound that way. No, I believe that I can call them out. I don't give them a pass because they're just women. You don't get a pass. And plus, you're asking for equality. So if you're gonna ask for it, I gotta give it to you.
Yeah, I agree. But from my experience with you, I've never heard you have that same energy towards men. And you'll probably say the same about me.
Probably because you're around.
Because I'm around. No, nigga, that ain't it.
I
done went back and listened to some of your videos on your podcast. Nigga, you come across as somebody who don't like women.
I don't care what come across mean feelings. Let's just deal with facts. I can come across as anything to you. You know what I'm saying? I deal with feelings. If I'm trying to make you believe I'm somebody, then I don't even believe I am. I am who I am. That's why if you get next to me,
Nigga, you sound like Kanye West now. Say that shit again. Say that shit again. Make it plain. I want to make sure I catch what you're saying.
I said it. I got to try to convince you I'm something that I'm not, and I don't believe that I am that. Then I don't even know who I am if I'm that person. I am who I am.
If that's what you were doing.
If I was trying to, like you say, I come across as something. If I'm trying to cater to your vision of me, then I'm going to lose sight of who I truly am. I can't live through nobody else's eyes. I can just live through what I see. I am my experiences. So I get why you go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get why you go so hard. I'm taking the fact that most of my influence came from powerful women. I'm saying that doesn't mean that they're exempt from real criticism.
I know, and I agree 100%. 100%. I think, and that's why I don't like grouping them. That's why I personally like to do case by case. If you come to me with a scenario,
I need to know the particular person, what they did, what they did not do, and the other person that's involved, what they did, what they did not do, to make a judgment call. I just think this battle between men and women is something that's fucked up in our community, and it shouldn't be. Like, because it's not going to apply across the board. It just ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's not, and I don't like when people talk like that. That shit gets on.
Nothing applies across the board. Nothing. Period. Nothing. Only thing applies across the board is oxygen, water,
So look,
food. That's the
I
only
thought
thing that we definitely can't argue about because we all need it.
right,
But
it's
when
an
it comes
absolute.
to, huh?
It's an absolute.
Yeah, it's this it. Your basic living needs is the only absolutes that you got on this world. That's it. Everything else, you're gonna gain the majority, but you're gonna lose a few. With everything. That's why I don't think that we have to always clarify not all because that should be the norm. Everybody ain't gonna like it's 4 billion people. How the fuck you not gonna offend somebody?
Oh, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah.
How? All right, I'm gonna tell you something, Porky. This is why I say I feel like I just got the purest heart right. And I swear, even as a child, even as a young man growing up, and you see the energy you had with the white guy.
Yeah.
This gonna sound fucked up, but I can't lie to my heart. I've never been offended by the word nigga.
Okay. Okay.
I just never applied it to my like I don't know like these new age niggas. In case some millennials see this, they used to teach you this shit at home. When you was little, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. See,
False.
your soft ass didn't get that when you was younger.
Emotional.
But that's why you so emotional. Me, I promise you, I used to see people get mad about they motherfucker said nigga. I was like, yo, if my mama was racist, and it's a person that I know love me, feed me, take care of me, will give her my last, and this is my biggest influence in my life, my biases and my racism is embedded to me through my youth. It's gonna take a lifetime to get that out, if it ever gets out completely. So that guy that you said unconscious,
Yeah.
unconsciously, he thought that was cool to say that to you. He didn't
Absolutely.
see the wrong in it
Not
based
at all.
off, you know what I'm saying? He might see it once you bring it to his light,
That's
but
the point.
but he slept good at night.
And, and that's my point. That's why I address the shit I address in the barbershop. And it's great, man, because like there's another quote that goes, I can't teach you anything, I can only make you think. And that's the other flag I got in the barbershop. That's who I am in the barbershop. I say shit to make you think. So like if you are expressing these biases, but you're unconscious of it, I'm gonna say some slick shit to make you think about it. That's my position. So the only reason why it seems like I'm bashing men is because I'm in a male dominated place
Yeah,
where
yeah.
men are speaking with these biases. And again, to be fair, I have them too. I have them too. And when in doing this, I was able to see biases in myself. Like, goddamn, boy, look, you fucked up too. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? I had to check myself on some shit. So I don't know if you heard me ask this question before, but this is a question in the barbershop. If you had to choose, if your mom and dad was separated, if your mom and dad was separated and you go see your dad and you ask your dad, what you want from the store? He said, bring me some Pepsi and some condoms. Do you take your dad to condoms? All the guys say, yeah. Then I said, man, what about your mom? If you call your mom and say, mom, I'm coming to see you. You want me to bring you something from the store? Yeah, I want some Pepsi and some condoms. Oh, hell no, I ain't taking you no condoms. Like that's a bias. That's a double standard. Mom want to fuck the same way daddy do. She got an itch she want to be scratched same way daddy do. She's a person the same way daddy is a person. Why not take her to condoms if you're taking your daddy to condoms? The only reason why we don't do it is because we have been trained not to view one another as people. No different than the white dude.
But
White dude. You still
yeah, your boost mobile acting up.
Nah, man, that's my baby. That's my baby. My son calling me, man. I'm gonna have to take that in a second, but I'm gonna call him right back. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's my position. You know what
All
I'm
right,
saying?
look, you see, you looked at that situation. Look, this is why it's good to have these conversations because you looked at that situation totally biased. And guess what I saw in that situation?
What you see?
I saw one man putting somebody on the pedestal and looking at her as being pure. And one man said, fuck it, that's a man. Yeah, I'll get him some. Not mama. Mama's a pure being. Mama is on this type of pedestal. We seeing mama as more of a purist. We're not viewing mama to say what we it's no different than seeing a dog go play in mud. But when you go see a cat playing mud, you go, what the fuck wrong with that
But
cat?
wait 1 second though, DJ. Let me challenge you on that. Like you
We
said,
put
like
mama on the pedestal.
you view your mama as pure.
No, I'm saying we do bias that unconscious
Conscious
bias.
bias, right.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
what
not
I'm
saying it's
saying.
see, but
Yeah,
I'm saying even though with that frame, like you peep the bias, but when I and you see it, and you said sometimes you could be biased with that, but I looked at it as it could be the bias in another way. Why don't we look at daddy as being pure? Because the only reason we do it, that's why niggas can say niggas at in school. If you ever grew up, you can crack all the daddy jokes you want.
but you
Better
say
not crack
something
no
about,
mama joke because you gonna fight. Keep cracking some mama jokes and watch your ass be fighting.
and why is that?
Because we look at mama in a different light. We put mama on the pedestal. Daddy can take it. Nigga, fuck daddy. But don't say shit about my mama because you trying to fight now.
So do you think that's rooted in socialization, or you think that's rooted in nature?
I rooted in nature.
You think that's
We
rooted
got a
in
we got a protective spirit when it comes to women. I don't care who, what man you are. You know that shit to be true. It's a protective spirit. But you ain't gotta listen to me. Just look at the rest of the creatures on earth. Just
no,
like a mama, just like you ever see the animals that like how the mamas act when you mess with the kids?
yeah,
Like in any creature on earth, they
yeah,
become they become dangerous. To the
yeah,
I seen a zebra go jump on a fucking lion and protect their cub.
right.
Well, not a whatever the little John is.
No, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I'm
So
with
like we do have a protective spirit. I mean, this we're wired that way. I believe so.
you. No, I agree. I often, when people say, Chief, what's going on today? They ask me this every day, all the time. I always say I'm trying to figure life out. And in the context of what you're speaking about, like, the women protecting the kids, like, I've seen that. You know what I'm saying? That's evident. You know what I mean? But I wonder if the way we view it, is it natural or is it socialization because of how women have been painted to be weak and they need protected?
Yeah.
And I
Well,
just wonder because I don't know, but I wonder that.
I was reading in the Bible and the Old Testament. Nigga, we went for 5 shekels and they went for 3.
You see what
They
I'm
can't
saying?
they can't tell me nothing.
Right, right. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
You'll get your 3 shekel ass about it.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, but Porky, yo, I'm gonna wrap this up, man. I'm glad you
Yeah,
came in, dog, because this was fucking good. So I know
yeah.
this gonna get some playback value. You want to plug anything?
Hey, man, you guys can follow me on TikTok at Clipper Coach. I'm on Instagram as Clipper Coach. You can follow me. My barbershop is Blensorial Barbershop on TikTok. You guys can plug in. If y'all know any barbers in Charlotte looking for a place to cut, send them to us. If you looking for a place to get your hair cut, if you're in Charlotte, reach out to us. Look us up, Blensorial Barbershop. We in the university area, man, and we cut good hair, and we love having good conversation, and we love disagreement because it promotes growth. And I call it non-violent disagreement. I love non-violent disagreement.
Yeah, I do
You know
too.
what I'm saying? Yeah. So I like being civil.
Yeah,
You know.
me and my Big Mouth podcast on all platforms: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah.
What else am I missing? I said Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I'm missing something else. TikTok. There we go. And I'll holler at y'all later. Appreciate you, boy. We about to shut it down.
Have a good one, bro.
You too. Love you, boy.
Love you too, man. One.